Hello friends, here we will understand how do we design a 4-bit register with Verilog. I am going to also include test pins to test the module that we have designed. That's going to be done in the traditional way that we are doing every time. Well, what is a register? It is nothing but memory. It can store information and each processor has got registers, and some of the registers are categorized as general purpose registers and some of them are categorized as special purpose registers. General purpose registers can be named as R0, R1, etc. and you have seen that in ARM, 8051 and other microprocessors or microcontrollers. Special purpose registers could be the program counter, the stack pointer, the program status word. All these kind of registers can be classified as special purpose register. Well, we need to design the register now, and it is a 4-bit register. And how do we design it? Very simple. We can use 4 D flip-flops which are going to be connected in series to get the 4-bit register design. I have presented you a picture in parallel, and it's a very simple way of getting 4-bit register created. A D flip-flop is going to be used here, and we understand why do we use D flip-flop, because it is the simplest of all the flip-flops. It is also referred as data flip-flop or delay flip-flop, and it can be used to store 1 bit. I needed 4 bit, so 4 into D flip-flops, 4 into 1 D flip-flop equal to 4 D flip-flops there, and that will form a 4-bit register for us, and it can store 0 or 1. How does it work? I told you this in my session where I have discussed clearly the way D flip-flop works. It has one input and one clock in place. When the clock pulse is applied, that is, if the clock is on the rising edge with having D also as high, then the flip-flop gets set and 1 gets stored. If the clock pulse is applied and if it is on the rising edge, and D if it is low, which means it is 0, the flip-flop gets reset. Now, when the clock is high, when the clock is in the rising edge, whatever be the input I apply for D will be transitioned to the output. Now, when the clock is low, when the clock is on the falling edge or clock is not at all set, it is not a problem for me at all, and it is not going to work. It will work as a wire. The flip-flop will not function as a flip-flop, and it will just function as a wire. Now, you can see the truth table here, and I have explained this previously as well. When the clock is 1, you could see that if D is 0, output is 0 again. If the clock is up and if the D is 1, output is 1 and Q bar gets 0. 1 bar becomes 0. Similarly, when the clock is 0, whatever be the previous state would be retained. In that case, the flip-flop doesn't function as a flip-flop and it functions as a wire. Now remember it just retains the previous state when the clock is 0. Well, considering this learning that we have made in the previous sessions and considering the way we have understood the flip-flop, D flip-flop works, we are now going to design the modules for 4-bit register. Well, how do we do it? First, we need to create a module where D flip-flop is designed. You can see that in the left hand side, this is the one where D flip-flop code is made available. The D flip-flop module has got D, clock, Q and Q bar. These are all the most important concepts here which definitely needs to be understood. D and clock are going to be input and output are going to be Q and Q bar, and I need to use register here because I'm going to store the output. Now I do the beginning work here using begin and I set the initial status here. You can see that Q is the first state is 0 and Q bar is going to be 1. Always at the positive edge of the clock I get Q as D and Q bar as inverted Q. That's it. We have designed a D flip-flop here, and if you have any queries about understanding the way D flip-flop works, I request you to go through the video where I have clearly explained the D flip-flop, its test bench and its design. Just understand when the clock is on the rising edge, whatever be the input will be retained as the output, will be acquired as the output. That's exactly what I have done in the code. Now, I need to write the code for 4-bit register using D flip-flop. You can note the name of the module here. It is DFF. I'm going to use this DFF module and I'm going to instantiate every time. Now, let's go ahead with the module. Module 4-bit register. I've got A, clock, Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Out of which input is A and clock, and you can see that the A is used with 0 to 3. 0 is to 3. I have explained this clearly as well in my previous videos. I request you to go through it. Now, the outputs are Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. I use a register D0, D1, D2 and D3, and this is very important to note. Now, how are we going to work? Very simple. I have got a D flip-flop here. So, D flip-flop 0 is instantiated, D flip-flop 1, D flip-flop 2, D flip-flop 3. D0, clock, Q0, QB0 are the components there. D1, clock, Q1, QB1, D2, clock, Q2, QB2. Similarly, for DF3 is all done. Now, always at the positive edge of the clock, I get this. D0 will be with A0, D1 is A1, D2 is A of 2, D3 is A of 3, which means whatever be the bit I am getting in on the positive edge, on the rising edge of the clock, it will be transition. D0 will get the first one, D1 second, D2 third, and D3 final. That's it. Now we need to design a test bench accordingly. I'm going to use the module 4-bit register underscore TB as the name. Now I wire Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Similarly use register, and clock is also registered here. Now let's go ahead with the monitor, where I will monitor the changes in the A, Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Now you can see that initially the clock is set to 1. When the clock is set to 1, I need to retain whatever inputs I already have. So 1101 should be retained as 1101. Now I made the clock 0. So it should be retaining the previous state itself instead of it having 1001. Let's see if it is working fine in the demo. You can see that here I have run that, and you could see that the input is first 1101, where in the first state the clock is set to 1. The clock is 1 here. So whatever is the input is being transitioned as the output. Now in the next case 1001 is the input, but clock is set as 0. So which means the previous state itself would be retained. Can we see the demo so that you can understand it clearly? You can see that I'm running the code right now in front of you. I'm clearing the screen. Now I have compiled it. It is compiled fine. And now I'm going to run it. BVP REG. You could see that the answers are very clear and it is easy to understand. That's how we could design a simple 4-bit register using D flip-flops. I hope you understood the concept. If you have any queries, please go ahead and type it in the comment section. I'll be able to clarify it. If you like the channel and the content, please give a thumbs up. Thank you.